we're going to start with bringing some of that fabulous color into your home for the holidays. If you're like me and you're wanting that awesome centerpiece, you just don't know where to start, we've got you covered. Help me welcome Kim Zimmerman, owner of Rowdy Poppy Floral, and she's going to give us some tips on creating centerpieces. Hello, Kim.
Hi.
It's so good to have you back.
Thank you so much for having me.
Of course, I love a centerpiece. It just makes like the whole table look incredible. I saw certain color schemes are the trend, velvet, stuff like that. What do you think?
Absolutely, yeah. I think some non-traditional kinds of colors this season, like some icy lavenders, earth tones, things like that.
Yeah.
It's a little bit different, but still nice and wintry.
I love the color scheme that you've brought this morning, and you're absolutely right. It's non-traditional, and you know what? That's okay.
Absolutely.
Be different.
Yeah.
Okay, first of all, Rowdy Poppy, how did it all start?
Yeah, I mean, I used to be in the corporate world and needed to get out, honestly.
Yeah.
So I've always been a gardener and grown things, and then kind of combined my art degree with this and launched Rowdy Poppy, and here we are.
Good for you, and I'm sure you love what you do every single day.
I do. It's very different, and it's different every day, too.
I would love to work with flowers every
on
day.
over.
Yeah, I need to take one of your classes. All right, let's get into the blooms themselves. Your creations are really stunning. What's trending for holiday centerpieces?
Yeah, so we talked about colors, I think. Also, lots of textures this year. So I brought like a bucket of different textural things, right? These almost look like little ornaments themselves, and they're plants. So adding a lot of texture into things. It's not just lots of big round flowers, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. And I tend to be safe, but you say it's okay to throw in a mix of a lot of different ones.
Absolutely, absolutely.
I love that.
And yeah, of course, always holiday greens are still, evergreens are still one thing to really, no matter what textures or colors you're using, it's gonna give it that holiday feel.
Of course, and I do love this. Now let's make a centerpiece. I do believe you've brought some stuff to make it.
So this one is not finished, so I thought we could add to this.
Please do.
Some of these.
So for example, if I saw this, of course, I would be like, this is ready to go. I'm taking it home. But you could still add.
Absolutely.
What would you add to this?
I honestly, I want some more of this color in here.
Okay.
Right? We've got these earthy roses.
Really pretty, yes.
And this coppery color. It just kind of, it feels festive, and it looks like velvet almost.
It does.
It's got that sheen. So I would add some of these in here. Do you want to help me?
Sure. Okay, so you're going to cut these to obviously be a little bit shorter.
Yep, there you go. And then we take off any of the leaves that are going to go in the water.
Oh, got it. Okay.
And then just find a nice little place to nestle it down in there.
I would probably put this one here. You tell me if it needs to move.
That's perfect. That's great.
Oh, yeah, that does give it a little touch.
And it really, like you mentioned velvet, this really brings in those textural kinds of luxury kinds of tones.
Yeah, it really does. And let's talk sustainability too, because that's pretty big for a lot of people. What kinds of things do you do to get that sustainability going and to be a sustainable floral farm as well?
Yeah, so we grow almost all of our flowers during the growing season. That has come to an end for right now with the giant snowstorm. But that's a big part of it, the provenance of our flowers. Everything's local, and we work with other flower farms to source as we need. And then a big thing in the design piece is that we don't use any floral foam. So the green foam that holds water, it's not very good for the environment. It's actually pretty bad.
It's pretty bad, okay.
We don't use it at all. Instead, if you might be able to see in here, there's chicken wire. So
I do see that.
Fold up and use chicken wire to help our stems stay in place.
Okay.
And then you can reuse it. You're not adding to plastic waste, things like that.
I love that you do that. And by the way, if you at home have always wanted to learn how to make a centerpiece or work with flowers, there's a way to do that. You've got workshops. How can people get involved in something like that?
Yeah, so on our website, we have a whole page of events and classes. So we have centerpieces coming up. We also have wreath workshops for the holidays where you get to make from scratch a whole evergreen wreath.
My mom learned how to make wreaths, and now that's what she gives people for Christmas. But it's awesome. Like, we could all use a good wreath. How can we sign up to take one of the holiday wreath workshops, because you also have that coming up?
Yes, so we have wreath workshops next weekend, next week, and then we have centerpiece workshop on the 20th. So all on our website, if you go to events and classes, you can literally sign up right there.
You can sign up and be on your way to know how to work with flowers. I just love that. And tell me about this tree over here because it looks, again, awesome and not the typical Christmas tree you would see.
Not at all, not at all. So these are some of our holiday offerings. We love, so part of our sustainability is that we save and dry a ton of flowers. And all these little bits are things that we have saved or grown or dried, and then we make these tiny wreath ornaments with them.
That is adorable. And again, the color scheme that you've brought this morning, I just love it. So kudos to you on that.
Thank you.
For doing that and not sticking to always the traditional Christmas colors that we see. Okay, Kim, once again, how can we learn more about Rowdy, Poppy, and the workshops that you've got coming up?
So let's go to rowdypoppy.com. That's our website. Scroll right through there. You can read all about us, other ways that we're sustainable, and you can sign up for classes there too. And
you don't need experience, right?
Zero.
You can learn.
I will teach you everything. I promise.
That's what the workshop is for. Kim, thank you so much for being with us today. Absolutely. Okay, everyone, go have some fun and attend the December 20th Rowdy Poppy workshop and even start a flower subscription. They've got that too. Find gorgeous sustainable blooms for every occasion and place your holiday centerpiece orders right away. Just go to rowdypoppy.com. And on Instagram, be sure to follow them at Rowdy Poppy.